Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I just want to be the best in basketball, so I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me, so I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
Here.
I belong here.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Why choose Kelly Chevrolet? We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible financing, and convenient trade and services, making your dream Chevrolet a reality. Trust our experienced service team to keep your vehicle in top shape and enjoy free car washes as long as you own your vehicle.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Woodlan High School here in Woodburn, Indiana, as we bring you an Allen County Conference matchup between the South Adams Starfires and the homestanding Woodlan Warriors. Woodlan is 9-6 coming into this game. They have won their last three, knocking off Heritage, Lakewood Park, and Northrop. And this is actually the fifth straight home game. Check that, it's the fourth straight home game that Woodlan will play. They'll play at home again on Saturday against Southside. Actually had a tournament game against Heritage back on January 9th, and then they played Heritage all over again. Got a little revenge in that rematch, winning 52-51 right here at Woodlan. The Woodlan's 9-6 overall, looking to continue to improve their record, this time trying to do it in conference play. In conference play, the Warriors currently have a conference record of 2-2 in Allen County Conference play. Adams Central is leading the conference, and South Adams still looking for their first conference win. They're 0-4 in league play, 2-13 overall. Even with that being the case, both teams do have good scorers. For Woodlan, they have got Braden Smith, who is actually the second leading scorer this season in points per game. He averages 14.9. However, he does have 1,000 points in his career that he has scored, and he reached that mark against Lakewood Park. In fact, I believe he reached it on the first possession of that particular game. Excellent career that Braden Smith has had on the basketball court as well as on the football field. The leading scorer for Woodlan this year is Trey Yoder. And talking to head coach John Baker, it'll be till next year before Trey Yoder gets 1,000 points if he should get to that mark. But he's had an outstanding career so far, and this year he's averaging 16.2 points per game. Also averages 9.4 rebounds per game. He leads the Warriors in that particular category. He also leads them in assists. He's averaging 2.8 assists per game on the season. Now, South Adams, they are 2-13, but they do have some guys who can score on a consistent basis. Tyson Lehman is their leading scorer. He averages 14.3 points per game, and he's a sophomore. He's a guy who you would think head coach Garrett Krieg will have around for the next couple of years, stands to have him around for the next couple of years. Owen Warner is the second leading scorer. He averages 11.3 points per game. So there's some decent scorers on this South Adams basketball team. Now, Warner, he's a senior, so they will not have him back next year. In fact, right now, while we got a chance, we'll go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. South Adams starts Jax Warner, a freshman, Owen Warner, his older brother, Tyson Lehman, a sophomore, Noah Hunley, a junior, and Connor Fear, a senior. So two seniors in the starting lineup today. They do call up Henry Craig off the JV squad. He's a freshman, but he will not start. However, he is dressing for varsity tonight. For Woodlan, they start seniors Luke Meyer and Braden Smith, as well as Trey Yoder and Oliver Adams, who are both juniors. And they're also starting sophomore Jordan Halsey, who's off the junior varsity team. And he's dressing for varsity tonight. The sophomore getting a chance to take the hardwood with the varsity guys. They're also dressing Ashton Jackway and Landon Zern. They're both freshmen. Jackway and Zern will both wear Jackway will wear the number 3, Zern will wear the number 12. And I do believe that Keaton DeLagrange is also going to be dressing for varsity. He'll wear his same jersey number 30. I mentioned South Adams' record. They are 2-13 on the season overall. They've lost their last 2 games. Their most recent win was against Muncie Burris. They won that one 57-47, but they've lost to Southern Wells and Whitco in their last 2 games. Garrett Krieg is in his 3rd year as head coach, 11-49 as head coach, coming off a 4-18 season last year and 5-18 the year before. But South Adams, I believe, did give a close game in the JV game against Woodlan just before we got started. The freshman team, as I recall, was winning for South Adams. So who knows what we'll see in the varsity game. Of course, JV and freshman games don't always dictate the outcome of the varsity games, but we will see what happens. We'll be back in just a matter of moments. You're watching high school boys basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Dealing with joint pains, sprains, strains, or back pain? Make the Parkview Ortho Express Walk-In Clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, Ortho Express has specialized orthopedic physicians on staff when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more.
We're back here getting close to the start between South Adams and Woodlan. We'll go ahead and pay a few bills while we got a chance to do so. Get some words in from our sponsors. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. New state-of-the-art car wash facilities. Free car washes are available when you buy from Kelly Automotive Group. Shop online at drivekelly.com. By the way, we are pushing about an 8-10 start, it looks like. And if you're wondering why it's such a late start to this particular game, well, there's a couple of reasons. They started with the freshman game, and the freshman game was followed by JV basketball. The JV game was followed by a little Champions Together game, a 9-minute game that took place between the JV and varsity games. And all of that took place here on the main gym here at Woodlan High School. And none of that took place in the auxiliary gym, although they do have an auxiliary gym here at Woodlan. But it all took place right here in the main gym. A little, I'd like to say 3-game night. It's actually 4-game night. Yeah, it's no nod to the old band Three Dog Night, who brought you Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog. Actually, I beg your pardon, that song is called Joy to the World. It's not called Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog, although it does start with that line. But either way, the Woodlan Warriors getting ready to take the court against the South Adams Starfires. Woodlan 2-2 in the Allen County Conference. South Adams trying to get their first conference win this season. Woodlan trying to improve on a 3-game winning streak. South Adams trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. And we're back in just a couple minutes. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to just outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people, I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it, I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer, you look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You gotta work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Well, the starting lineups have been announced. One more word from our sponsors. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. By the way, we do have a game to update you on. It's Leo versus DeKalb. And right now, Leo has a 28-26 lead in that game. That's in the third quarter. That's a East Allen County Conference rival, if you will, of these Warriors. They're not in the Allen County Conference, but they are in the East Allen County Schools District as the Warriors start this game with the basketball. Oliver Adams with it at the point. Baseline drive by Yoder. Back to Adams. He comes up short, tips it to himself, and then Luke Meyer ultimately puts it in. Warriors out to an early 2-0 lead to start this ballgame. They score on the first possession, but a long possession it was. Warner with a feed to the top of the key for Jax Warner, and now Owen, the senior, has it back. Gets it back to the freshman Jax. Jax to his right. Oh, that was close to a carry. Gets it to Owen Warner, and his three is long and comes out to Braden Smith. Braden Smith, a 1,000-point career scorer, dishes that one off. The three won't fall, and Adams with the putback. Oliver Adams doing some work on the offensive glass. I think that's Adams' third offensive rebound already in this game. Starfires take over, but the Warriors out to the early 4-0 lead as Lehman fires that to the top of the key. The three ball won't fall for Jax Warner. Check that. I think that was Titus Lehman. Meyer uses the screen. Got Adams posting up down low, and Yoder gets a touch. So too does Smith. As the Warriors have scored on their first two possessions, all four of their points so far have been second chance points. Adams has it knocked away. Out of bounds off the Starfires, so another second chance for the Warriors. By the way, I mentioned earlier we had some Champions Together basketball here inside the gym here at Woodlan High School. Gary Cobb, the former Woodlan girls basketball coach, was one of the coaches for that game. Adams left it short. Again, he gets his own miss. Count the basket and a foul. Boy, Oliver Adams has just about turned into a one-man wrecking crew. That'd be 4 offensive rebounds and 3 possessions for Adams. Also 4 points. Make it 5. All the Warriors' points so far have been second chance points, and that's a credit in large part due to big Oliver Adams down in the low post. Baseline drive by Jax Warner. He threw it away, but it's recovered by Owen Warner. Warner tightly defended and fouled. That's Jordan Halsey who commits it. Halsey, the sophomore off the JV squad, getting the chance to start tonight for varsity. Forget the fact that he's dressing. He's getting the chance to start tonight for the Warriors varsity squad. Now, of course, you're going to have plays like that where you commit a foul and you're going for a steal, trying to make a play. One of those things he's going to learn and probably even has learned is you often get a second chance in basketball. Your first foul doesn't mean your game's done. Your fifth foul does, but your first foul doesn't. A kick to the corner, and that's Noah Hunley who gets South Adams on the board. Trey Yoder handling the point. Yoder is about 6'3". One of Yoder's best moments as a high school athlete was when he hit a buzzer beater to knock off New Haven last year. He'll get an assist on this play. That's Luke Meyer knocking down the 3 ball. I mentioned that game winner against New Haven last year. He also hit a game-winning shot against New Haven this year. Although, as I recall, that one wasn't quite at the buzzer. Off-balance jumper, it's good. And that's Titus Lehman, pulling South Adams within 2 scores. Titus Lehman, the leading scorer for the Starfires. So far, keeping the Starfires in this one. That 3, by the way, by Meyer on Woodland's last possession. Their first bucket that did not come off of an offensive rebound. Yoder battling for it, and that's going to stay with the Warriors. It went off of South Adams before it went out. Mason Moore comes into the game for the Warriors, as does Drew Fleek. You remember Drew Fleek from the football team. Right off the inbound, Trey Yoder puts it in. Drew Fleek, of course, was a starting running back for the Warriors. Been the starting running back the last couple of years. Well, fake pass there, Warner gets it back to his brother Jax Warner. And Jax cut off. That's Mason Moore guarding him, and traveling is the call. And South Adams turns it over. Well, Woodlan has been owning the offensive glass today. Perhaps a better way of saying that is Oliver Adams has been owning the offensive glass. He's not in the game right now. He's getting a breather. But Adams has 4 points to his credit, and if I'm not mistaken, he's got 4, maybe even 5 offensive rebounds. That's Braden Smith from the corner, and his three is good. He's got 1,000 points for his career. He's had that for a while now, and now he's got his first points of this game. Back down to the other end, that shot won't fall. We do get a foul against the Warriors. And they call it on Luke Meyer. At the free throw line here is, I believe, Connor Fear. 5'10" senior, and he missed them both. I'd say the cheerleaders faced him. However, you hear that miss it cheer at every single game, it seems like. Yoder wanted to drive. He spins around and takes it to the cup. Trey Yoder, the drive and score. Well, when you can drive to the basket like that, who needs a second chance opportunity? Derek McCain in the game. He feeds that one to Titus Lehman, and Lehman's three won't fall. Did that touch South Adams? No, it didn't. Well, substitution here. For the Warriors, they get Jace Kuntz into the ball game. Isaac D comes in for the Starfires. That's Warner who's got the ball. He gets it over to Lehman. It's a lot of man-to-man defense, but you are seeing some of these half-court traps that Woodlan is setting, trying to make it difficult for the Starfires to get a clean look. And they've made it difficult for him on this possession especially. Owen Warner guarded by Yoder against 3 defenders, and he hits the finger roll. Owen Warner somehow gets that to go. The feed to Braden Smith, and he's contacted and fouled. That's going to be on Owen Warner. It's the second team foul against the Starfires. Lincoln Sparks, the senior, comes into the game for the Warriors. Tends to get a lot of good minutes off the bench when the Warriors take the court. Smith backs it out. That's Lehman guarding him. He feeds it inside to Fleek. Fleek up with the shot, won't go. Battle for the board, and it's scooped up by Jace Kuntz. Smith will try again from 3. Not this time. Kuntz, the offensive board. Left it short. Fleek battled for it. And it's a jump ball. Ball actually got stuck between the rim and the backboard. My apologies there. It got stuck between the rim and the backboard, and that's as good as a jump ball. In fact, it is a jump ball as Owen Warner gets that one to Derek McCain. And that's going to be an offensive foul, or is it? I thought McCain threw the elbow out at Moore, but they call Moore for the foul instead. Step back jumper, Lehman, no good. Here comes Sparks down the floor. He'll hand that one to Braden Smith. Smith, one of the top receivers on Woodlan's football team this past year as well. Of course, Woodlan will have a change at football coach this year. Kuntz sets the screen, and Smith hits the 3 ball. Braden Smith with his second 3 of the game. He's already got 1,000 points for his career. He broke that mark in the Lakewood Park game. Catch and shoot jumper. Titus Lehman knocks it down. Moore sets the screen, and Kuntz came close to traveling. They don't call it. The lefty Mason Moore from downtown. That won't go. Kuntz continues to battle, and a foul is called as Fleek got the offensive board, and he'll go to the line. Well, Woodlan is winning the battle on the offensive glass tonight. I don't believe they've given up an offensive rebound. They've grabbed several of them, and that trend has continued even with Oliver Adams on the bench. He was grabbing all kinds of offensive rebounds when he was first in. Of course, Fleek unable to hit that first free throw. .25 seconds to go. Here in quarter number 1 at Woodlan High School. Fleek goes 0 for 2. And all alone, it seemed, for the board was Warner. Wasn't really all alone, but he snatched it so emphatically, no one really contested him. Down to 15 seconds. Warner had it tipped, but the Starfires recover. And that's thrown out of bounds. It almost hit the ref. Kind of looked like it went right in between the ref and John Baker. Well, here come the Warriors with a chance to close out the quarter with a bucket. They got to get it off, though. Mason Moore does, and he banks it home just before the timer runs out. Well, the Warriors have built up a 14-point lead, and they're winning the battle on the offensive glass. We will be back in just a moment for the second quarter on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Why choose Kelly Chevrolet? We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible financing, and convenient trade and services, making your dream Chevrolet a reality. Trust our experienced service team to keep your vehicle in top shape, and enjoy free car washes as long as you own your vehicle.
The announcement was just made here. Woodlan takes on Southside on Saturday. We'll have that game for you here on SummitCitySports.com. I believe it'll be Carson Watkins calling the game, joined by Caleb Roth. I will be at Canterbury as the Cavaliers take on Fremont. 2-3 zone by South Adams to start out the second quarter. Jordan Halsey, the sophomore called up off the JV squad, back on the floor now, and that's Braden Smith, who fires and hits a 3. His third triple of the game already. Braden Smith is feeling it from downtown. He's 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. Driving in is Henry Craig, and he is called for double dribble. Well, one of the reasons for this good start that Woodlan has put together is their offensive rebounding. They are owning the offensive glass. I don't believe they've given up an offensive rebound when they've been on defense either. Oliver Adams had 4 offensive boards when he was in the game in the first quarter. He's back in there right now and right back at it. Right on cue, Adams gets another offensive board, and this time it gets him a trip to the line. Connor Fear called for the foul, and Adams goes to the free throw line. He's true on that first one. Adams with 6 points in the game. He completed a three-point play back in the first quarter, but he goes 1 for 2 here. However, Trey Yoder collects it and feeds Adams on the inside. And I think we got a timeout called by South Adams. We do indeed. That's their first timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. Well, we will get in a quick word from one more of our sponsors. And then, if we've got time, we will show you our latest replay, brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. At Ottenweiler Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenweilerContracting.com. Well, for the most part, it's been the Oliver Adams show on the offensive glass, and he does get the points here. Got one from the free throw line, missed that one, but then Trey Yoder secures the offensive board and feeds it into Adams with a contested bucket. And Garrett Krieg basically decided that he had seen enough. Adams up to 8 points in this game. He didn't get that offensive rebound, but we have seen him working awful hard there on the offensive glass for the Warriors tonight. Lehman so far has scored 4 points. It's still early in the ball game, though. He hands that one to Connor Fear. Owen Warner from the corner, air ball, offensive board, putback is good. And on the offensive putback, it's Diesel Krieger. Excuse me, mispronounced that last name. It's Diesel Ziegler. And no, that's not a nickname. That actually is his first name. The feed inside to Adams, and that's Ziegler who's guarding him. Adams missed it. Starfires got the rebound, it looked like at first, but instead, the Warriors battled for it. Starfires do come up with it. Jax Warner brings it outside. He's guarded by Fleek. Well, Diesel Ziegler matches Adams a little bit size-wise. And that's probably one reason that Garrett Krieg called the timeout. 3 balls too strong. Adams wins that battle on the board. He got good position on Ziegler. Here's Drew Fleek. The feed over to Yoder. Adams screens for him. Little pick and roll action. Adams over Ziegler. Got it! Well, the big man, Oliver Adams. Up to 10 points already in this game. Warner's jumper won't fall. Fleek's got it for the Warriors. He finds Yoder. Cross-court pass. Smith wide open. Book it! A 3-point palooza for Braden Smith. That's his 4th. Warner guarded by Halsey. Off-balance jumper. Lehman got it. That was a tough shot there by Titus Lehman, but he knocked it down anyway. Hit it falling away. He's up to 6 points for the game. That's a loose ball out off the Starfires, apparently. They'll stay with the Warriors. They make some substitutions here. Luke Meyer and Mason Moore re-enter for Woodlan. Luke Meyer typically gets some good minutes off the bench for the Warriors. John Baker likes to dig into his bench and get some good production out of his bench guys. Got 4:26 to go here in this first half. They get it into Smith. Meyer waiting to set the screen. Smith gets around it. They got Yoder posting up. No Oliver Adams in the game, although when he's been in the game, he's been effective, whether it comes to rebounding or scoring. Yoder up with it the second time, and he scores. Six points for Yoder as South Adams comes down the floor. Woodland gets back on defense. Over to Isaac D., the senior guard. Tough catch there by Lehman. trying to get around Smith. Meyer comes with a help side. Jumper rattles out, and Meyer's got the board, and he's fouled in the process. I think they're going to get Isaac D for that foul. It's either 1-5 or 2-5. It's 1-5, and that is D. 2 fouls against South Adams this second quarter, none so far on Woodlan. Rather sparse crowd here tonight. This isn't the case at every Woodlan basketball game, but I've done some Woodlan games where they've packed the house pretty tight. As Yoder looks for some help, swings it over to Moore. Moore driving through, he lost it, and he stepped out of bounds. Woodlan has gotten over the hump of a 5-game homestand. This is their 4th game in that homestand. They've won all 3 games so far. Have this game against South Adams and then Saturday's game against Southside. As Jax Warner goes for the floater, and that one won't drop. It's tapped out into the hands of Jace Kuntz. Yoder running the point for Woodlan this possession. Smith gets a screen, feeds it inside. Meyer puts it home. The basket will count, and a foul. Well, you thought Smith was going to let it fly from downtown, but instead, he plays the role of facilitator, and Meyer gets the deuce. Yeah, Braden Smith has got 4 threes. If there's ever been a play that might have fooled the entire building, that was it. Smith got a screen. He had space, but he said, you know what? I got my guy Luke cutting to the basket. I'm going to get him a look in close. And it turns into 3 points the old school way. The lob inside, knocked away by Yoder, but recovered by Fear. Connor Fear with the recovery, and Lehman hits the 3. A rare second chance bucket for the Starfires. Here's Smith again. Yoder came open. They'll feed it inside instead to Meyer. That's Kuntz from downtown. He missed it. Luke Meyer, the offensive board, had it knocked away. Well, that's a rare turnover by the Warriors. Does South Adams have a run in them? We're approaching the 2-minute mark. Jax Warner gets the screen. Into the paint. The floater, high arcing, won't go. Here's Yoder. Looks to attack and has it stolen away on the feed. Derek McCain able to recover his dribble. Catch and shoot for Owen Warner. And Yoder crashes in for the board. A hard pass there by Braden Smith. And that was close there. Mason Moore came awful close to traveling. We've got under 90 seconds to go here in this first half. Smith around the screen. All good pick and roll action. It's Meyer who takes it to the cup. He and Smith team up once again. Luke Meyer's got 6 points. That's a catch and shoot for Derek McCain, and he hits a 3. Well, we're inside the final minute of the first half. We'll see if the Warriors choose to hold for the final shot or if they go for a quick bucket. Might depend on what kind of look they get. Trey Yoder looking for some help. Kuntz will set the screen for him. Little screen and roll action there. That time it's read well. But Smith buries a triple. His 5th of the ball game. And we've got an offensive foul called away from the ball on the Starfires. Well, we got a little explanation. Oh, no, they're going to say it's a push on Woodlan. I thought at first the signal was offensive foul. There was a little discussion between 2 of the officials. and they decide that the foul is on Woodlan. It's a push on the Warriors. Not an illegal screen, but a push delivered to the screener, if you will. Owen Warner guarded by Yoder. Down to 16 seconds, and the Starfires can hold for the final shot. Lehman contested. Count the basket, and a foul. Luke Meyer called for that foul, and Titus Lehman is up to 11 points in this game. He averages over 14 per game. He's able to sink the free throw. Right through traffic goes Mason Moore. Left-handed layup is good. Left-handed layup from a left-handed shooter. Desperation three, and that one comes up short. Well, the Warriors lead it by 24 at halftime. It started with the offensive rebounding. Oliver Adams doing some good work on the offensive glass. Although give credit to Trey Yoder, he also did really good work on the offensive glass as well. We'll go ahead and get a few words in from our sponsors, and then once we do, we will go to our next break. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge training program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit TJWindustrial.com. Well, we are at halftime, and it's Woodlan leading 45-21. We will be right back and get you our first half scoring updates and scoring leaders when we return.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
Here.
I belong here.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Jim Rath's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Why choose Kelly Chevrolet? We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible financing, and convenient trade and services, making your dream Chevrolet a reality. Trust our experienced service team to keep your vehicle in top shape, and enjoy free car washes as long as you own your vehicle.
It is halftime here at Woodlan High School. I'm going to go ahead and read off the first half scoring leaders. First for South Adams, their leading scorer is Titus Lehman. He's got 12 points in the game. Derek McCain has 3, Owen Warner has 2, and Diesel Ziegler has 2. For Woodlan, Oliver Adams has 10 points, and he's done a great job on the offensive glass as well. I believe he's got, 5 offensive rebounds at this point. Braden Smith has 15 points. He's hit 5 threes in the game. Well, you do the math. That's where all his points have come from in this game, is from beyond three-point range. Luke Meyer has 10 points. Trey Yoder has 6. Mason Moore has 2. He scored to end the first quarter. Well, Woodlan, one of their strengths today has been the offensive rebounding. Oliver Adams and Trey Yoder have done some real good work on the offensive glass. Defensively, it's been a lot of man-to-man defense, and they've made things difficult for the Starfires when they've had the basketball. Well, we'll be back in just a matter of moments. You're watching high school basketball here on SummitCitySports.com. Getting ready for the start of the second half here at Woodlan High School in Woodburn, Indiana. Of course, Woodburn is farm country. You look over at the baseball and softball fields. You wouldn't see it from ground level, but if you were to overlook those fields from the football field here at Woodlan, you would see that there is a farm field out beyond the right field fence of the baseball field and beyond the left field fence of the softball field. It's not quite Field of Dreams where you had a baseball field in the middle of a cornfield, but you got a cornfield right behind the baseball and softball fields, which has been used to grow corn, has been used to grow beans. A little crop rotation has gone on in that particular field. Meanwhile, the Starfires trying to get back into this ball game. Warner misses the three. Battle for the board. Who's got it? The Warriors do. But poked out from behind and off of Titus Lehman. So the Warriors keep possession with 7:37 to go in this third quarter. Luke Meyer will put it in play for Woodlan, and he finds Braden Smith. Smith has been knocking him down from beyond the arc. 5 threes in the game for him. Adams gets free on the block, and he scores. Oliver Adams. Didn't need an offensive rebound that time. First time was a charm. But he's had plenty of offensive rebounds. He's done a lot of good work in the paint, whether it comes to scoring or rebounding. Jax Warner feeds that one over to Lehman. Warner, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, won't fall, and Adams is there for the board. Yoder feeds that one to Meyer. A little screen action away from the ball. That was set by Adams. Smith looking for some help. Gets a screen from Yoder and finds Meyer. Oh, wide open is Jordan Halsey. His three won't fall. Noah Hunley comes down with the board for South Adams. Baseline drive. Warner, no good. Yoder lost it off the board. Adams just tossed it up to himself. That was about the only thing he could do there to keep that ball in Woodland's possession. Not sure if he did that intentionally. It looked like he did. Oh, Smith faked the three. Had a pretty good look, it looked like. Goes inside to Adams, and that shot won't fall. We've seen some unselfishness on the part of Braden Smith today. As Jax Warner fires the three, that won't go. It's going to be off Trey Yoder. Well, that unselfishness I was talking about has come when he's found Luke Meyer open off of screen and roll action underneath the basket. And we saw it again there with Adams when he found him down the block. But Adams was unable to hit the shot. That's a long pass to Connor Fear. Baseline drive, Warner. Contested shot, and it goes. Noah Hunley puts it home. Just 4 points scored so far in this third quarter as Meyer tries to get free. Yoder spins in, puts it up, and it goes. Trey Yoder getting it to drop in the paint. Oh, my bad there. That should be 49-23. That's 8 points for Yoder. Warner uses the screen from his brother Owen Warner. Jax gets it back. Woodland will be right back here on Saturday as they take on Southside, and we have a foul away from the ball on Yoder. Nope, they're going to call it on Braden Smith. Warriors will send in some subs. Lincoln Sparks, Drew Fleek, and Mason Moore check into the game for the Warriors. That's only Smith's second foul. Down to 4:47 to go here in this third quarter. Lehman backs it out, trying to take on Smith. Gets past Yoder. Out to Warner. He drives, blocked, and they're going to get a foul, and that will be on Yoder. In the act of shooting. It's Trey's first foul of the game. It'll send Owen Warner, the senior, to the free throw line. Second leading scorer on this South Adams team. He averages over 11 points per game. So far he has just 2, and it'll stay that way after that free throw. Second one rims in. By the way, the Woodland girls basketball team will be in action tomorrow night at Garrett High School. And I believe they will take on the host Railroaders. The sectional semifinal, Concordia will also take on Angola. Here's Fleek on the block, regathers, and the reverse is good. Lincoln Sparks. To his right goes Warner, goes back to his left. And here's Owen Warner, Jax's brother. Owen tries to feed to Titus Lehman. He's blocked from behind. It's going to stay with the Starfires. And they'll get Derek McCain and Isaac D back into the ball game. .346 to go in this third quarter. Fake three there by Connor Fear. They get it over to McCain. Driving inside is Titus Lehman, and his jumper rolls right off the rim. Yoder got the board and was fouled. And Yoder is grabbing his ankle. Boy, this didn't look good at first. He's back on his feet, but is he able to walk? Oh, he's hopping. He's not putting any weight, or putting very little weight on that right foot. Yoder's going to come out of the game. Well, athletic trainer Carmen Smith is going to take a look at him. Yoder's trying to walk it off. Hopefully this isn't a serious ankle sprain or anything of that like. Yoder's put in a good night tonight, 8 points, and he's done good work on the offensive glass, and he's headed towards the locker room. Braden Smith with a step-back three, and that's no good. Lincoln Sparks ran out of room. He got the offensive board, but stepped on the chalk. Well, Trey Yoder is headed to the locker room with athletic trainer Carmen Smith. Well, we certainly wish the best for Trey Yoder. Well, as I say that, I said he was off to the locker room. I think he's actually trying to jog it off. Yep, Carmen Smith just having him jog around down there. So he hasn't gone to the locker room. It doesn't look like he's gone to the locker room. That's what it looked like at first. So my apologies there, but right now Yoder just trying to jog off whatever might be bugging his ankle. 2:54 left to go, and a long inbound into the hands of Derek McCain. Warner down the baseline. Off the glass, no good. Owen Warner gets his own rebound. Lehman gets fouled. Braden Smith made the contact. And that's Braden's fourth foul of the game. And Trey Yoder goes back to the scorer's table. Apparently he's been able to jog off whatever was bugging his ankle. He'll take the place of Smith. I tell you what, when he was holding his ankle as he went out of the game, or as he was lying on the ground rather, it did not look good. But right now, Yoder seems to be okay. Derek McCain has it. He's guarded by Sparks, and we've got a foul away from the ball. It's on the Starfires. They're going to call it on Isaac D. Mason Moore across the timeline. You had Koontz cutting across the paint. Fleek sets the screen for Yoder. Sparks drives into the paint. Yoder fires from downtown, and that won't go. His 27-point lead is the largest the lead has been for Woodlan today, as Warner finds McCain. McCain couldn't get the shot off. Had Trey Yoder guarding him, and he's much bigger. But now McCain has some space, but comes up short. And that's Diesel Ziegler who gets the board. Warner's jumper won't fall, though, and Yoder is there for the board. Lobs it up the floor. Mason Moore lost the handle. Oh, I thought he stepped out of bounds. But either way, it's recovered by Isaac D. Make that Owen Warner on the recovery. Number 12, not number 15. So it's a turnover no matter how you stack it. Lehman has space, but missed the three. Sparks collects. Sparks with a little through ball to Fleek, and that won't fall. Borrowed a little soccer terminology there. As McCain goes down the floor, his shot won't fall. Oh, we're going quick up and down the floor now, and Mason Moore is going to slow it down, at least for the moment. Let everybody catch their breath. We're approaching the final minute of the third quarter. Yoder on the wing. Gets a screen from Fleek. Tries to get it to him, but he bounced it hard past him. Oliver Adams will re-enter for the Warriors, and Jordan Halsey will also re-enter. 56.5 seconds left to play in this third quarter. And I imagine that Braden Smith will not be on the floor for any of those seconds. He's got 4 fouls. We may see him back in the fourth quarter, though. Smith's put in a good night. He's hit 5 threes in the game. Step back jumper, that will not fall. And Adams collects the board on the defensive side this time. The Warriors can hold for the final shot of the third quarter. Fairly low-scoring quarter. Warriors so far outscoring the Starfires 6-3. Starfires get it back, though. They've got 19 seconds left. Jax Warner dribbling around. He's got Halsey on him, and a timeout taken by the Starfires. Well, while they take a timeout, we will also take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Twelve seconds to go before the third quarter comes to an end. 3 ball from Derek McCain. That won't fall. It comes right back out to Titus Lehman, and we're going to get a foul on the Warriors. Mason Moore called for the foul. It's his second. First free throw goes, just the 4th point of the third quarter for South Adams. And Lehman goes 2 for 2. He's up to 14 points for the game. Yoder going to have to go quick. That's a deep 3 from the volleyball line. It comes up short. Boy, that would have thrown the roof off this gymnasium if he had made that. But we'll be back for the fourth quarter in just a moment. Woodlan with the lead on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
to start the fourth quarter here on SummitCitySports.com. Warriors start with the basketball here in the fourth. Trey Yoder handling the point for Woodlan. Oh, a little backdoor cut by Braden Smith, and he draws the foul. And had it not been a foul, that would have been yet another offensive rebound for Oliver Adams. He's been doing some work on that offensive glass, but instead Braden Smith goes to the stripe. They call the foul on Noah Hunley. And that's Smith's first made free throw of the game. Braden Smith, keep in mind, is playing with 4 fouls. But he does have 5 threes in the ball game. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. Little crossover dribble there by Warner. Little miscommunication there, and it's off the hand of Jax Warner as Owen was trying to get it to his brother. Warriors take over up 27. That matches their largest lead of the game. Here's Yoder from the wing. Adams will set the screen for him. Yoder gets it to him. Adams missed the shot, sticks with it again, and puts it back. Oh, stop him if you can. The Starfires have not been able to. That's going to be a foul as Jordan Halsey was going for a takeaway. He's getting his chance to start at the varsity level, getting called up from the JV squad. And Halsey, he's trying to make a play defensively, and you applaud him for the effort, but that's 2 times so far tonight that he's committed a foul while going for a takeaway. Boy, those kids, fortunately, just ran on the court on the opposite end of where the action was. Looks like they're, ball boys, if you will. There's a takeaway. That's Halsey, the sophomore getting the start on varsity, but then he's called for a carry. Well, he secures a turnover and then commits one. That's part of the learning curve. I'm sure that's something that John Baker will tell him after this game's all said and done. Jax Warner across the timeline. He's guarded by Smith. Here's Owen Warner, double teamed. Hunley's going to try from the outside, and he banks it home. That's a 3. Noah Hunley from downtown. Inside to Adams. Came up short that time. That's a late call, but they do call a foul. Looks to be on Hunley. And indeed it is. That's Hunley's 4th. And Oliver Adams goes to the free throw line. Oliver Adams with 14 points in the game tonight. Able to knock down that first free throw. Second one won't fall. Oliver Adams averages just 4.6 points per game. He's got 15 points tonight. Contested shot, that won't go, and it's Yoder who almost outfought Adams for that rebound. Halsey toward the paint, feeds it to Meyer. His 3 is good. Luke Meyer with his second triple of the ball game. Titus Lehman guarded by Meyer. He'll hand this one off. Poked up in the air by Smith, and it's off of him. It will be Starfire basketball with 5:48 to play. He does get it into Owen Warner. Warner into the paint. Pull-up jumper, in and out. That was halfway down. And Yoder in perfect position to get the board. Meyer will set the screen for Yoder. Get it back to him. Yoder doesn't have a made 3 yet today. He'll let Halsey take this one, and he hits it. Jordan Halsey getting called up from JV, and he hits a 3 ball. Little crossover there by Jax Warner. Warner tries to take on Smith. Gets it back outside to Connor Fear. Owen Warner, the drive, no good. Yoder's got it. 33-point lead for the Warriors. A wide open down low, and Meyer puts it home. And it's a 35-point lead for the Warriors. Starfires have called a timeout. Well, while they take a timeout, we will show you our latest replay brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance, and it's one of those don't blink or you missed it type of plays. Trey Yoder outboards Diesel Ziegler, and then Luke Meyer gets past everybody. The Starfires lost him on the opposite paint, and he gets to the bucket to put it home. But now that we've shown you that replay, let's go ahead and show you what we'll call a proud moment for Jordan Halsey, who gets called up from JV tonight. And he will go down with points in this particular varsity start as he knocks down that contested three, and I do mean contested. I think that was Warner who came out to guard him, but Halsey is able to knock down the three ball nonetheless, and he'll end his night, his varsity start, with points on the board. And it's a 35-point lead for the Warriors right now. We are now in a running clock situation. Of course, clock always stops on timeouts. So we've got 4:41 and counting to go in this ball game. Owen Warner fires a three right over Meyer, and that's short. Crowd's calling air ball, although I think that one actually got a piece of the rim. Lincoln Sparks will slow things down. Mason Moore from the corner. Rattles out. Offensive board. Meyer, and he's fouled. And Luke Meyer will go to the free throw line, and clock will run. I believe it will stop, though, when they get the ball to Meyer. It's the way it is on free throws. And Meyer comes up short on that free throw. Well, Trey Yoder, it appears his night is done as Jace Kuntz comes in to take his place. Yoder comes up with 4 points in this game. Did some good work on the glass for the Warriors. 0 for 2, though, goes Luke Meyer. And the board pulled down by Henry Craig. Crossover dribble, Titus Lehman. Warner's three won't fall. And it's recovered by Sparks. He finds Halsey down the floor. Halsey's double-teamed. Able to get it to Sparks. Kuntz finds some help from Mason Moore. They got Halsey in the paint. And now Meyer will drive and find Sparks. Sparks down the baseline. Contested shot. Count it. And a foul. Lincoln Sparks. I believe that's his second and one of the game. And again, the clock will stop as they get ready to give the ball to Sparks to shoot this free throw. It's a 37-point lead for the Warriors. It remains that way off the miss. Hunley the board for South Adams. Shot fake. McCain down the baseline. Blocking foul on the Warriors. It's on Jace Kuntz. And Jax Warner is ready to inbound for South Adams. He gets it in, a little shot fake by Craig. McCain. Whistle before the shot, and we're going to get a foul, non-shooting foul against the Warriors. It's only the second team foul on the Warriors. Warriors are in the double bonus. Make that the third team foul on the Warriors. Warriors are in the double bonus because the Starfires have committed 4 fouls here in this fourth quarter. Haven't had a whole lot of that this game. McCain fakes the pass and gets it to Warner. Lehman backs it out, gets into the paint, puts it up and scores. Titus Lehman puts it in. Baseline drive. Halsey got it! Jordan Halsey making the most of his start after being called up off JV, I beg your pardon. But Halsey with 5 points, all of them here in the fourth quarter. We've got a foul against the Warriors. That'll be their fourth team foul. Ashton Jackway called for that foul. He's also off the JV squad. Now, Jordan Halsey, he's not just getting called up from JV and getting to dress for varsity. He got to start for varsity today. So that free throw rattles home for Derek McCain. Well, looks like Halsey and Moore are done for the night. The Warriors have a very comfortable 36-point lead with 1:26 to go. That board pulled down by Keaton Delagrange. Delagrange sets the screen. Sparks looks inside, gets it to Kuntz. That was a tough catch, and Kuntz has it swatted away. Hunley knocked it out of his hands. And here's Henry Craig the other way. Feeds it over to McCain. We're inside the final minute of this game. McCain was thinking about the three, now feeds it off instead. Craig's three doesn't fall. McCain's got it. Back out to McCain. Now he'll fire the three, and it's too strong. Comes out to Sparks. And for Sparks, really all he's got to do is get this ball across half court. Down to 23 seconds in the game, and this one is just about in the books. Woodlan will win their fourth straight. They'll go to 4-0 on this homestand. And they'll cap off the homestand on Saturday when they take on the Southside Archers. Now the Archers played Concordia back just last night, and they did lose that game by 14, but Southside brought some really good pressure, so don't expect the Archers to be an easy task when they come here on Saturday afternoon. But for tonight, the Woodland Warriors a winner, 68-32 over the Starfires of South Adams. Well, our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game is going to be Oliver Adams. Oliver Adams finishes this game with 15 points, did some great work on the offensive glass, really dominated the offensive glass. It seemed like when he was on the floor and had a chance to get the offensive board, you could hardly stop him from doing so. So Oliver Adams is our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game for tonight. And that's going to do it from here at Woodland High School. 68-32 the final from Woodburn. Woodland a winner, their fourth straight conference win. They'll take on Southside on Saturday. Summit City Sports will carry the game. Carson Watkins set to be on the call for that one. In the meantime, for my cameraman Matt Jackson, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Woodland High School. The Warriors win 68-32. You've been watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history,